guess I should unmute myself there. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Sunday. Listen, there's no days off. Now, unlike those other sports shows out there that'll be you know, they'll go Monday through Friday for you. And let's be honest, the weekend is where the most sports stuff happens. Saturday actually is one of the biggest. And yesterday we had a jammed packed sports day. And you don't get their takes until Monday, late Monday, right? Eh, you can come here to Game On. We'll talk about it bright and early, 5:30 in the damn morning. Yes, I gotta be honest with you. It was a struggle to get up this morning for me. But once I rolled out of bed, took a little 5-hour energy shot. Shout out to 5-hour energy. Come sponsor the show. And we got things going. And Heavy Steps is up bright and early this morning. Didn't hear any of that. You didn't hear any of it? You didn't hear the let's get ready to rumble thing? Let's see. Hold on, let's go back. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. I'm watching the replay right now, and we're gonna see if it played. Oh, it played. It played. Steps, I don't know what you're talking about, man. But speaking of heavy steps, we're gonna start the show with heavy steps because heavy steps came in just on fire last night. We were texting, and I was busy. You know, I'm chasing around my little boys and watching them, but trying to keep up on the games and trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to bet the Laker game and whatnot, which ended up working out really really well for us. But heavy steps just comes in. Of course, I bet Austin Riley for the Atlanta Braves to hit a home run like I do all the time. And Steps comes in with a bet that we're going to get into. He gives me a 40-1 parlay, just casually throws it out there when we're texting. And that son of a bitch hits it. I believe in like the 6th inning and cashes his 40-1. Brought home a lot of units. So congrats to Heavy Steps. That's what we're going to get into to start the show. But what I got lined up so far, I was just kind of going through and seeing what's been going on in the sports world, right? What happened last night? Well, we got the Laker game and LeBron. We got a few things in there, and we got some funny memes coming out of that. So we're gonna we're gonna go over some of that. That game we have dude. I had the XFL on yesterday. It's week 10, so there's a lot of like one of the games that we're going to talk about, the Battlehawks, they needed to score a bunch of points and not give up a bunch of points because there's a tiebreaker with the Seattle Dragons. So basically the Battlehawks are rooting for the Dragons to lose today, but if the Dragons win, they're probably into the playoffs. But there was a crazy fake punt. We're going to watch that. Big boy, some like 6'8", 270-pound dude just houses this thing and for like 84 yards. It was crazy, and the fact that he stayed up, it was amazing. We're gonna watch that. We're gonna go through some NFL rumors and stuff. Of course we're gonna look at the scores of yesterday's games. There was a boxing match. We'll talk about that a little bit. I'm not gonna act like I know who either of these boxers are, but it was a pretty big deal. It was a nasty body shot that downed the guy. But we'll go into the scores of everything yesterday, look at the games today. And then we got some stuff over on the Action Network. I don't know how long we're going to go. We'll probably go a little bit longer than normal, depending on Steps over on YouTube. He says plus 420 or 40-25. Okay, Steps. I don't mean to cut you short there, man. Either way, anything he got over 40-1 on his return. Let's just say that, people. Okay, he got over 40-1 on his return. Steps, is Rumble not working all that well for you over there? Is that the thing? We got 5 people watching now over on Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. Y'all are amazing over there. Maybe that was the issue for you. I don't know. I know they are doing some updates this weekend with their servers. Steps and I think tonight, I'm gonna set it up tonight, do the mock draft stuff tonight, Steps. If you're free to do that, we should do that later tonight. So guys, we will have a stream tonight. We're going to line up our mock draft and see how we do for the big show on Thursday, which if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel because Thursday, we're going to be doing a live stream live before the draft, live during the draft, live after the draft, and you're going to get our reactions. We're gonna have a whole panel of people. We'll have guests coming in and out. It's going to be a big show. It's going to be the biggest sports show on Rumble that day. I guarantee you, and you're not going to want to miss it. You're not going to want to miss it. But yeah, that's what I got lined up for this morning, this beautiful Sunday morning, people. And then the Action Network has this opening pitch, a little breakdown, and they also have a draft one too. But we'll go with the opening pitch and see what the Action Network experts like for today in the MLB. I haven't really read through it yet. We'll do it together. We'll do it together. But yes, let's start the show. Let's start the show with our good friend Heavy Steps. And now I did tweet this out too, but Heavy Steps put on here. He was loving Acuna to steal a base, and not only did Acuna steal one base, because he's getting plus 450, and I think his exact words were in our in our text exchange, which we'll pull up here in a second, was it's plus 450 to steal a base, steal a freaking base. And Acuna stole 3 bases, which is insane. But he had Acuna to steal a base, which he stole 3. And then was it Albies? I don't know how to say this guy. He goes, so he parlayed Acuna to steal a base with Albie to hit a home run at plus 650. And he got himself plus 4025 on that one, returned over 20 damn units. Congratulations, Heavy Steps. Congratulations. Look, I'll even show you guys. We'll go over here. Here's the text exchange. He goes, dude, check and see what Acuna to steal a basis. Now, listen, I usually tail Steps on a lot of these. I didn't tail him on this one, but I did try. It's just my book didn't have to steal a base. Or if it did, I couldn't find it in the short amount of time I had to look at it on my phone while I was busy doing stuff. But he goes, I just got it at plus 450 to steal a freaking base. More likely to happen than a home run, in my opinion. He was right, because he also stole 3 of them. Then he said he parlayed them together. It's a long shot, but it can happen. Sure enough, it happened, and he cashed. Congrats. We got a little thumbs up action from is that Jolie Mansauer? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I'm terrible at pronouncing names, by the way, so I do apologize. If you've watched any of this show, or if you're new, you'll learn real quick. I don't pronounce names. I can't do names. I just don't get it. I can do drug names. I don't know why. Maybe I used all my brain cells on doing drug names and whatnot, but I can't do people's names. Let's see. Heavy Steps is over in the Rumble chat. He goes, follow for a follow back over on Rumble. Go give his what'd you put in the chat, buddy? Let me see. Oh, hold on. Steps. I don't know why you put this in the chat, but this is what Steps put in the in the Rumble chat. Shout out to Rumble. Oh man, nice work, Steps. Nice work. Oh boy, that's awesome. All right, well, hey, let's get into the show then. Once again, congrats to Heavy Steps. Just killing it in the MLB this year. He's up. I don't want to say personally what he's up, but he's up a lot of money. So good job, Steps. Let's keep the ball rolling. If you want to follow Steps, go check him out on Action. Actually, just go over to gameon.locals.com, because that's where he's at. He posts his stuff every day in there. So do I. We have a daily live chat over at gameon.locals.com. So go check that out. So let's start. Before we get into some of the news, some of the clips, especially some of the stuff from the Laker game, let's just quickly run through what happened yesterday. And then we'll go through the news, the highlights, stuff like that. And then after that, we'll go through the games and stuff today. How's that sound, people? How's that sound? We got 4 people watching over on Rumble. Shout out. I'm just going to check. Are we up on the front page? Oh, we're not even up on the front page. Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, we're in the sports section. That's what I'm talking about, people. That's what, you know what? We probably won't get that many people watching over on Rumble, because we got, I think her name is Joel. Steps. Let's just stop. You know I'm not going to get this right, okay? But I do appreciate everyone watching. And we got Patriots 4165. He says, "Hey y'all, what up, buddy? How you doing? How's your Sunday going? It's bright and early over here, but it's nice and quiet, dude. daughter had her birthday party. So I had my 2 little boys run around. Daughter had her birthday party, and they all went out to the escape room with her and her friends. They're all teenage girls, by the way, right? Middle schoolers. And they had fun, but they came back to the house and just, it's a little chaotic. A little chaotic. I have a bunch of middle school girls running around. So that was fun. Let me tell you, glad it's nice and quiet right now. Just hanging out with you guys. That's all I got to say. But let's get into this. Geez, we actually got people watching over on YouTube too. That's weird. YouTube's finally showing our stuff. Ain't mad at it. Okay, Saturday. Let's go to the NBA. We had 4 games yesterday. Sixers and Nets. The Nets. I thought this was going to be like the Nets were going to roll over, and this was going to be no defense played in this game, but no, that was completely wrong on that. The Nets came out and dominated the Sixers in the first half. They were up 48-40, I think, like that, or maybe they were up. Yeah, I think it was something. They're either up 8 or 10. All I know is the Sixers at halftime were a 2-1 underdog to win outright, and I hammered that line, and that was a big bet that I won that helped me yesterday. One of them that helped me yesterday. And then the Suns and Clippers. Suns just dominated the Clippers again, 112 to 100. When I say dominated, they had a lead the whole time, but they just could never pull away until the end, and they did, and they get the cover too. So we got a cover there by the Suns. Bucks lose to the Heat, and this one, I normally would be playing the Heat, but I don't know why. I went Bucks. I thought it was the safe route. I thought I was going to get too cute betting the Heat. Clearly, I was wrong. Heat dominate the Bucks 121 to 99. Giannis was out again, but I think that was expected. Heat showed up and they take a 2-1 lead in that series. Grizzlies, Lakers. This one was a fun one. By a fun one, I bet the Lakers to win the first half and to cover the -5.5 for the game at +160. And it was, I want to say it was a no sweat bet, but Ja toward the end of the game went off. And as you can see, it ended up being a little bit closer. The Lakers won by 10, but like the Lakers were up 35-9. Yeah, that's right. 35-9 after the first quarter. So the fact, isn't it crazy? It's like you should just auto bet these NBA teams to come back, because I think you could have got Grizzlies at +19 or +20 at that point, live bet. Just do it. These teams seem to always come back. It doesn't mean that they're going to win, but they come back and cover that 20 points. But the Lakers, making a statement and taking a 2-1 lead in that series. So that's what we had in the NBA. Heavy Step says, I'm back and forth, fulfilling my chat duties. This is where I started. Man of the chat at heart. God, man of the chat. I love it, Steps. I love it. Let's see. Speaking of the chat and Rumble, shout out to everyone watching over there. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the follow button and give me a like too while you're at it, please. That'd be great. Hit that like button. People, what are we at? 3 likes? Come on. We can do better than that. And I don't know how I want to do this. So let's just see what happened in MLB real quick, and then we'll get into, actually, no, we're going to go. So that was the NBA, but let's look at some of the stuff. We'll go into MLB in a minute. Give us some NBA winners. I will. We'll get into that after we go through this. So Dylan Brooks got ejected. So if you guys remember, we were talking about Dylan Brooks, and he done fucked up. And this is why we got LeBron on the thumbnail, And it's not like making fun of LeBron. LeBron had a pretty good game, but really it was just the Lakers and setting the tone. And Dylan Brooks was the one that came out and said, after Grizzlies beat the Lakers game 2, he came out and said LeBron old. He just started making fun of LeBron, said he ain't worried, ain't scared about him. All that stuff. Well, LeBron made him look silly. And then at the start of the second half, this is what happens. And Dylan Brooks gets ejected. Now, some people thought it wasn't warranted, but the guy, we did just see Draymond get ejected for the similar thing. He did it with his foot, but you hit someone in the nuts, you're going to get ejected, whether you meant to or not. But this one, they're saying he's reaching for the ball. He clearly had no chance of getting the ball and went right into his nuts. So let's watch this. The Lakers, there's a look at it. LeBron goes down. Let me fast forward a little bit. I don't want to get a little copyright hit here. So here's the play. We'll do it in slow motion right here for you. So here's the play. Dylan Brooks. Now, look, it says he's going for the ball, but LeBron literally is the ball. He's doing it behind the back, and Brooks is just what's he trying to do? He's trying to grab the ball through LeBron, and he clearly hits him right in the nuts right there, and LeBron goes down. All right, look at that. right there. Boom. Like I don't know how you defend that. I really don't. I mean, it could have been an accident, but you still went right into his nuts, man. Like you drilled him right in the nuts. And so LeBron goes down, Brooks gets ejected. Now we'll see how that affects everything for game 2. Here's this. I mean, here's a screenshot of this from Sports Center. Just right there. Brooks is like, come on. But I'm like, dude, you did get him right square in the boys, man. No one likes that. Let's see. Heavy Step says Brooks had probably his worst game ever. Didn't back that shit up. Then couldn't face the media. Yeah, not a good look. I mean, listen, we like to make fun of LeBron, but LeBron does at least. Like, and I said that I go, he's going to probably come out, and I don't know if he's going to go off, but he could. But I mean, he's going to make sure they win this game and they make a statement. And that's exactly what they did. Now, this is funny. Now, I'm going to have to probably pause this a couple times, but this is funny from Sports Center. He goes, LeBron to the Grizzlies in the first half. And as you can see, the halftime scores here. And I'm saying this out loud for the people that watch this on podcast format or listen to this on podcast format. As you can see here, first quarter, it was 35-9. Second quarter, the Grizzlies actually did come back and made it 28-18. So the halftime score was 53-37, though. So they're still down 16 at half. That's the clip. Oh, wait, hold on.
Not anymore, though, is it? Is it? No, not by now. No, it's not fun anymore. No. Not even a little bit. No. Make up your mind. No. Think. Since you're thinking now, go on, think. No. Is it fun?
It's just the perfect clip for it. Oh, so perfect. So, yeah, there you go. LeBron came out and did what he had to do. But then Ja at the end of the game, this is where I was getting nervous because you can see Lakers are up 106-92. Now, remember, I have Lakers minus or to win the first half. They did that. Then they got to cover the 5. Cover the 5 points. I think it was 5.5 is what I got, which was a terrible number. But since Ja actually got ruled to be able to play in this game, and then he went off, and you're seeing they're up 106-92. So I got a good, comfortable lead. But then Ja just starts going off, and he scored 22 points in a row for the Grizzlies at one point in the fourth quarter. Look at this. He's just hold on, I gotta pause it here for a sec, and then he's just like in his zone right there. Another 3. I just kept checking my phone, and I'm like, Ja 3, Ja and 1, and I'm like, Jesus, man! But he scored 22 points, was not enough to bring Memphis back, but at least it gave Memphis some life. And if you're a Memphis fan, I think you got to be. I think maybe we even have to look at Memphis in Game 4. We'll see. But they started putting it together there late in the game, and they didn't sit their starters and they didn't give up. So if you're a Memphis fan, that is looking some good news for you. That is. Let's see. Brooks had. Let's see. Heavy Step says, "What a little bitch." Yeah, exactly. Oh man, elsewhere in the sports arena, once again, we got 10 people watching over on Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. And you're going to hear me say that like 100 times throughout the stream because Rumble's awesome. So, so that was the NBA, and we'll get into some NBA picks here in a second. I want to show you guys this. This was insane. So, I don't know if you guys watched this play, but if you haven't, go check it out. I'm going to zoom in a little bit there. So what happened here was there was a fake punt play called. It's like fourth. Yeah, you can see it's 4th and 21. There was a fake punt play called. Even look at this. I mean, the punter's on the 1-yard line. So this is risky as hell. Orlando's got nothing to play for though. They're 1-8. St. Louis needs a win, and they need to win by good margin, and they need to get a bunch of points because it goes by like overall points and differential. And Seattle Dragons had a 19-point lead heading into this weekend, and the Dragons play today, so we'll see what happens. Plus, it goes by your points given up on defense, so they need to not give up points. Well, Orlando's like, screw it, we got nothing to play for here, and this is what happens. They end up doing this fake punt. But the guy that they end up doing the fake punt with actually wasn't on the field at first. Then he's like, oh, shoot, I need to run out into the field. Runs out into the field. And then they're like, screw it. Like, we're just not going to miss a beat. We're going to still call the fake punt. Just run it. And then watch this. So here we go. We got fake punt. So the punter throws it. Now, as we can see right here, punter clearly underthrew it. I mean, let's see. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. So, yeah, he barely even throws it to the marker to gain, and you can see he underthrows it. Now, I'm pretty sure that wasn't on purpose, but it was absolutely the perfect pass for this situation, because as you can see, the defender's here, and here there's this gap, and that's right where you need to throw the ball. Maybe that's exactly how he drew it up, but I just think he just didn't have enough arm strength on it. But watch, big boy here catches it. Okay, so big boy catches it. And when I say big boy, he's like I think he says like 6'5", 270. And you can tell, man, that guy's got some legs. Now watch this. Boom, boom. I don't know how he did that. He's ballerining around right there. He stays up, and then he's gone. He's gone. He could go. Oh, and I'm going to pause it here for a second, so we don't get hit with any copyright or anything. But look at that. Look at that. Absolutely insane. Catches it, does a little ballerina move at the 50 or at the center part of the field, and just takes it up the sideline and is gone. That was pretty cool to see. St. Louis still went on to win this game. I think this game's I don't know what the total was. Oh, the over under was 48. I'm pretty sure they had 45 at halftime. the over hit with ease for everyone in that one. But yeah, fun game. We got a couple more XFL games today with playoff implications, and then the playoffs start next week. I don't know if you guys are following along with it, but kind of nice to be able to throw on a football game, even though it is the XFL, right? But it's still nice to throw on a football game. Let me get some of this out of there. Okay. So let's go back to here. Let's go see the NBA games today. What do we got? Ooh, 4 games today. I like it. Also, if you guys like podcast format, I try to. I'm going to do better at this. I try to take the audio from all of these and put them into a podcast form. I usually do that with all our streams or videos and stuff like that. Just search Game On Sports News and Picks wherever you get your podcast, or come over to gameon.locals.com. You can find the links and everything over there. But if you prefer podcast format, or you like it on the go, I try to upload these sports morning shows there every morning too after the show, so you can get that. And I would appreciate the follow. Okay, so we got Kings Warriors. This one's gonna be interesting. Draymond's coming back, right? Draymond time. I actually, you know what I kind of like in this one? I was thinking about it, and he hasn't. I'm gonna pull up his odds real quick. He hasn't done much yet. I'm waiting for him. He's gonna flip the switch at some point. Obviously, Curry's the most important piece to this team for the Warriors, but Clay and Jordan Poole is actually a key piece too. But Clay needs to get going. And we really haven't seen Clay do much. I thought it was going to be last game, but he really, from an offensive standpoint, hasn't really done much in this series. So let's see what Clay's. Actually, that's not even the first game today. Why does this thing go out of order? Hold on. Let's put it in order, but we'll stick with the Kings Warriors game too. So the Warriors are 7.5 point favorite. The total, this one's interesting. The over under is 237.5. Remember, it closed 240.5 last game, and it went under by like 30 points almost. We might see that again here. So that's total seems kind of high to me. Maybe we'll have to look at that. But let's see, over under points with Clay. Clay's points is like 22.5 for the over, 22.5. Minus 121. I don't love that. I do think he goes off, but like he only had like 6 points last game. I think what we do, let's look at threes, because we know if Clay is going to hit his over, it's going to be with threes. So Clay's, Jesus, wow, his over under threes is 4.5. But I mean, he can hit it. He can definitely hit it. And that's minus 104 to the over on threes. Curry's over threes is also 4.5, but it's minus 136. So I don't know. I don't know exactly how I'm going to tackle that, but I'm going to have to figure it out here soon, because these games do start earlier today. But we got the Warriors, Kings, sharp money on the Kings plus 7.5, big money on the Kings plus 7.5, 50% of the bets, 82% of the money taking the Kings here. Listen, I get it. And I get it was a must-win spot in game 3 for the Warriors, but the Warriors don't lose at home. I think they've only lost 8 times this whole season at home. That's a tall task to ask this Kings team to, but I guess you're not asking them to win. You're asking them just to keep it within the 7.5, which could be doable. We will see. Draymond's coming back. I I know people are going to be betting him to do a whole lot. I think it's going to be someone else. I don't think Steph's going to be. He's not going to have a bad game, but he's not going to have like a 40-point just out of his mind game. I think he's going to have a good game, 25 to 30 points, a solid game, solid Steph game. But I think there's going to be someone else. I don't think it's great. There's going to be someone else that gets hot. I'm leaning towards Clay. Really am. I like the matchups with Clay. Let's see. Patriot 4165 says Garcia went off 3 home runs, 2 doubles, and 8 RBIs. Couple days late, but I knew he was gonna show off. Oh, that's who it was. I saw someone saying that someone was going yard. That was Garcia. Dude, of course, the time I don't bet it, but that's awesome, dude. Good call on that one. I'll probably have to back him here one of these days. Next couple of weeks, we'll find a good spot and we'll back him. We'll back him to hit a homer. That's awesome. 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. Have yourself a day. Shout out over to Rumble. Are we up on the main page yet? Come on. Get us up there. Get us up there. Come on. Dude, it's been a while. We are up on the top sports page. That's cool. It's been a while since we went up to the top section, though. I don't know. I mean, Heavy Steps is just sitting here giving us, 20-unit winner, just throwing out 40 to 1 parlays that are cashing left and right. He's like, "Ooh, this fell out of my pocket. A little 40 to 1 winner." He's doing that. Still not getting us to the top spot. Come on, baby. Come on. So yeah, I don't know how exactly I'm going to tackle the Warriors Kings game, but after the stream, I will figure it out and post it over on Locals. Speaking of Locals, let me share this real quick before we get into the next game. Go check out gameon.locals.com. I'm going to be starting to add a lot more stuff over here. I've got, especially for football season, but I've got a bunch of stuff lined up. Oh, let me go as view as member. There we go. Before we share this with you. So if you go over here to gameon.locals.com, you can see we have a feed going, and every day we have a live chat. So here's Sunday's live chat, just posted up there with a link to today's show right here. You can click and join the chat, check it out. It's free to watch, check out the chat. You got to actually be a member to participate in the chat. I hate that, but it's only $2 a month. If you want to try it for free, just use promo code GameOn and get yourself 1 free month. But we have daily live chats where we talk about plays, throw in our picks, do all that stuff. Like I said, you can see Heavy Steps posts his stuff every day in here. Plus he participates in the chat. Look at that. There's another parlay that Steps hits. Steps if you want to make money, follow Steps. Steps is up several $1,000s this year in the MLB, and that's with betting 25 to 50 units. It's just insane. He's doubled his bankroll, more than doubled his bankroll. But there you go. That's gameon.locals.com, and go give it a look. Go give me a follow over there. Would love to have you a part of the community, and that's where you can get all my picks and stuff like that when I figure out how the hell I'm going to tackle this Warriors game. Okay, Cavs Knicks is the first game this morning. A nice little 10 a.m.er for me. I like that. This series is interesting. I'm going to just go with my initial gut feeling. I need to just start going with my initial gut feeling on these because it's right. But then I always talk myself out of it. Like yesterday, I was like, let's go with the Heat. We'll take the Heat. Play it like I played the first 2 games, which worked game 1, didn't work game 2, but since it was plus money all over game 1, I still was profitable. But I'm like, I should just take them first quarter, first half, for game money line. They hit a couple of those. It's all plus money, and we're all gravy, baby. And that's what I'm going to probably do here with the Cavs, because my initial gut feeling was the Cavs are going to probably lose game 3, which they did. And then I'm like, they'll probably come back and win game 4, and we're going to go tied 2-2 back to Cleveland. And so the Knicks won in dominating fashion, of course, and I bet the Cavs in game 3 instead of betting the Knicks, even though I had a gut feeling that the Knicks were going to win. I don't get it. So I'm going to go with my gut feeling again. I'm going to probably take the Cavs today. So Cavs are 2.5-point dog. There really isn't any sharp money or big money on either side here. Knicks are getting 61% of the bets at -2.5 and 65% of the money. So we'll see how that one plays out. They probably put that one first because it's not really the most exciting basketball to watch because both teams play really good defense. I think the last game was like, what was it? The score was like 98-79. Really not today's kind of basketball, but it's NBA playoffs. That's what happens. Okay, then we got the Celtics and the Hawks. This one's going to be interesting. So in game 3, I don't know if you guys saw game 3. There was absolutely no defense played in the first half. Halftime score was something like Hawks won 71-65. So when I say there's no defense, there's absolutely no defense played. And the Celtics hit 15 threes. Yes, 15 threes in the first half and did not win the half. Blows my mind. But the Hawks, in a must-win situation, won it. And the series is 2-1 Celtics. I think the Celtics get it done here. I'm gonna probably lay the 5.5 with the Celtics once again. And I was listening to the Dream preview. We've been talking about this. I think there's only been one team so far this playoffs that an underdog has lost but cover the spread. So bottom line, you either, if you like the favorite, lay the points. If you like the dog, play it on the money line, because the dogs, if they're going to win or if they're going to cover, they're going to win. So you might as well take the extra money. That's how this whole playoffs has happened. And if you go back the last 2 seasons, which the guys over at the Dream Preview, RJ Bell's Dream Preview, go give them a listen. They broke it down. They did the stats. Only 12 over the last 2 seasons. So the last 2 playoffs plus whatever we've had this playoff season, only 12% of the time does the spread matter. Only 12% of the time does the spread matter. During the regular season, that number is like somewhere around 25%. So for some odd reason, or no, during the last, I think it was back to 2002, it's normally around 25%. But over the last few years, that thing's dropped down to 12%. So you can make a lot of money by either betting the favorite or betting the dog. Now, obviously, you got to be right. You could probably just bet both. I mean, like I was saying, you could just bet both sides. We talked about that last time, and you would still come out profitable. But yeah, only 12% of the time the spread matters. Why is that? I don't know. We'll probably have to do a deep dive into that and then do a separate stream on what we think about that. Get a panel of people on here and kind of break down the numbers. But Celtics Hawks, I think if you like the Hawks, I would do exactly what I do during the NBA playoffs when I like a dog. I bet them first quarter, first half, and game on the money line, because how many times have we seen a team could be up at half, double digits, and easily blow that and lose, especially if they are the underdog? At least if you bet the quarter, half, and game, if they win the quarter and the half, you're coming out with money no matter what. Now, if they lose all 3, they could easily lose all 3, and that happens, but that's why you spread it out to where if you lose all 3, you're not going to be blowing up your bankroll. But that's how I like to do it. So if you like the Hogs, I'd look at the money line, because that's what the stats tell you. We've only had one team, and that was that Clippers game where technically the Clippers covered the 7.5 against the Suns, but really that line was -2. So that one was a funky one. That was because Kawhi was ruled out of nowhere and caught everyone off guard. So the line moved right before the game. So the closing line number covered, but the initial line of 2.5, that one actually didn't cover. So kind of a weird one. And Heavy Step says he leans Boston over in the Rumble chat, and he says, I like Cleveland plus 2.5. I do too. I'm going to be betting Cleveland probably money line, half, and game all on the money line. Quarter, half, and game on the money line. And then I'm probably going to be laying the points with the Celtics. I'll probably do a Celtics first half parlayed with them covering the -5.5 like I did with the Lakers last night, because I'm a degenerate. Shout out to Rumble. We got 8 people watching over there. Hey, 9 people now. Look at that. Beautiful. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Give me a like, baby. And we'll get this video up to the top. And then we got the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. Listen, once again, I want to go with exactly what I did yesterday. Ooh, look at that. We just had some sharp action come in on the Knicks. Just updated there. The Nuggets and the Timberwolves, their sharp action on the Nuggets, 93% of the bets, 97% of the money on the Nuggets. Listen, I'm going to be betting Nuggets here. Maybe Timberwolves first half, but Nuggets for sure. It's just like yesterday. Everyone was trying to tell me, listen, when you got a team that's clearly not up to par with the other team, when there's a huge mismatch, like we've got a 1 seed here and an 8 seed, and the 1 seed's up 3-0 in the series, the 1 seed is going to close out this series. You want to know why? Because the 1 seed's all but motivated to do so. They're extremely motivated because they want to, especially the Nuggets, because they want to get some rest while they hope that the Clippers can steal another game and make that series go longer with the Suns. Also, the Timberwolves, so you're saying, well, no one wants to get swept in the NBA. No, they don't. But I think that's more, I think teams don't want to get swept, or teams want to fight because they know they're not going to come down. No one's ever came back from a 3-0 deficit in the playoffs in NBA history. So they know they're not going to come back and win. Now, if this was the Western Conference Finals, I'd say we've got a shot here on the Timberwolves, but it's the first round. It's the first round of the playoffs. These teams, the Timberwolves, were like, hey, we gave it a shot. They're going to go out there. They're probably going to have some fun. But if they're down or if the Nuggets start rallying and pulling away in the fourth quarter, they're not going to have any fight to come back. You want to know why? Do the Timberwolves want to win this game so then they have to get on a plane, go back up to Denver and play another game? No, they're probably thinking, hey, we can't win this series anyways. We're going to go out. We're going to go have fun, see what happens. But at the end of the day, we lose this one. Our season's done. We can get into the offseason and start our vacationing. All right. That's just how it is. And more times than not, these teams get these sweeps in the spot when it's this big of a mismatch. Like we got a 1 and an 8 seed, and clearly Denver is just the better team. So I will be all over the Nuggets in this one, and we're getting value with the line being so short, just like we did in Game 3. Everyone said this was a must-win Game 3. It was never close. The Nuggets dominated and destroyed the Timberwolves. So once again, I'll be on the Nuggets. I don't know how you feel about that, Steps, but that's kind of how I tackle it, because I really do think these teams down 3-0 are just like, yeah, our season's over. Let's go out. Maybe we'll get hot. We'll have fun. We'll try for a little bit. But that's why yesterday I saw, when Brooklyn was up 48-40 at half, but I wasn't impressed with how Brooklyn was playing. It was more so that the Embiid was out and the Sixers were trying to figure out who the hell is going to go off for them and who's going to get hot. Right. And Philly. Yeah, the Sixers, they were the ones that were they had a terrible first half, and I'm like, they're coming back, and sure enough, within like a few minutes of the second half, the thing's tied up, right? And they're clearly the more talented team. Just how the Nuggets here are more talented than the Timberwolves. It's just they've got way more talent. So can the Timberwolves win this game? Yeah, but I'm gonna be on the Nuggies there. So that's what we got in the association. Let me know what you guys. What games do we have for tomorrow, real quick? Are those up yet? Bucks, Heat, Grizzlies, Lakers tomorrow. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay. Baseball time. Baseball time, where Heavy Steps is maybe Heavy Steps will drop us a couple winners today, because he seems to just be doing that for us. And he's over in the Rumble chat. Shout out to Rumble if you haven't already. Go, if you're not watching on Rumble, go watch on Rumble. All right, I got stuff linked over on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, go over to Rumble, baby. That's where it's at. Game On Show over on Rumble. Give us a follow over there. Chat has been going off. Let's see. We are at the top of the sports section. Look at that, people. Yeah, there we are. Beautiful. Honestly, people probably aren't clicking on this because I got LeBron up there. Damn it, LeBron, what are you doing to me? All right, the MLB, we had some fun games yesterday. Let's go through them. Let's recap what happened yesterday and we'll look at today's. Yankees, Blue Jays. So Steps, remember when I was saying, hey, we got to keep an eye on when BetOnline does its odds boosters, we got to find a way to fade it. I faded it, but I faded it the wrong way. So the odds booster for this game was Yankees to cover the -1.5, the run line, the -1.5, and Aaron and Judge to homer. So I'm like, So they clearly want you to take that because they probably think the Blue Jays are going to win this game. And I'm like, oh, we can't really bet Judge not to homer because you still got to lay a lot of juice, and Judge is very dangerous. It's not fun to bet him lay a lot of juice. No, he's not going to homer when he could easily homer any given swing. So I was like, well, let's bet the Blue Jays first half and let's bet the Blue Jays for the game on the money line. Clearly that was wrong. First half pushed, or the first 5 pushed. So thankfully we got to push there. But then, yeah, the Yankees win it in a walk-off fashion and win 3-2. So I guess the right move there should have been bet the Blue Jays on the run line +1.5. Lay a little juice with that. So I think that's how we had to do it. So Heavy Steps over in the Rumble chat says, I like the under in the Yankees Toronto game. Well, let's take a look at that. Let's see what people say. For today. So it's around 8.5, 9, and he likes the under in that one. Okay. All right. We can do that. What the heck just happened here? Oh, there we go. So the Yankees get it done 3-2 over the Blue Jays. Garrett Cole, of course, was pitching a hell of a game. I thought maybe he was going to slip up, but not yet. He's going to slip up here one of these days. We're going to have to be all over that. just kind of how I was with the White Sox. We'll get to that White Sox one, Dylan Cease. So it was Dylan Cease day, and I faded him, and it worked out. So the Nationals and the Twins. Nationals beat the shit out of the Twins. Everyone was on the Twins, but the Nats gave us shock. I remember yesterday when I was like, man, people are going to bet. There was some sharp money coming in on the Nats again after they won. I think the day before. I go, you're going to bet the Nationals win two days in a row. Good luck. Well, someone knows something more than me, and they cash a nice little plus 275 with the Nationals. There's the Dodgers beat up on the Cubbies 9-4. Phillies, Rockies. Phillies win 4-3 at home against the Rockies. Marlins 6-1 win over the Guardians. Marlins, another underdog out there, plus 206. Big underdog. Get cashing you some tickets. Man, underdogs came a barking yesterday, huh? You're betting on the dogs. You're making some nice cash. Giants, wow, the Giants finally, see, this is the spot. I knew to bet the Giants here, but it's too scared. I was a scared little bitch. All right. I'll admit I was a scared little bitch to take the Giants because they look god awful, but they get the win 7-4. So nice one there. This is the one. The Rays cannot lose at home. Steps, you need to quit betting against the Rays. Steps is up so much money in MLB, and if he would, I'm not even just bet on, if he just would not have not bet the Rays, he would be up a stupid amount. He'd be hitting picks at like 80%. I'm not kidding. We pulled up the numbers on his Action Network, just the Rays games alone. He cannot win against the Rays. Just quit betting. Actually, just start betting them. Do what I do. And this is what I do. I bet the Rays team total. So we had two good pitchers here, and the team total, the team total for the first five and for the game, they were super low. I cashed both. So the first five for the Rays, you had to lay some juice. I had to lay minus 155. But the Rays team total for the first five was over under 1.5. I went over. They hit that in the first inning. That's because Dylan Cease was pitching for the White Sox, Dylan Cease day, but he didn't have the best game. And then the Rays walk it off again. They are undefeated at home. They cannot lose. And their team total for the game was 3.5. So cash both of those. Listen, we don't need to just hop on the Rays and bet them to win each game. This is one thing that I'm kind of figuring out in baseball, and I'm working some things out. And I think I'm going to have a little system on not just the Rays, but like a lot of these teams. Baseball is so wonky, right? And Steps, we talked about this last year because you had at the beginning of the season, you had so many bad beats, so many walk-off home runs. You were on the right side of so many bets, but got screwed in the end. So I'm like, how can we mitigate that? A lot of the stuff is team totals, and we're seeing runs up this season, right? There's a lot more scoring. Granted, you could be on the wrong side and lose. A game could be like the Pirates game here, 2-1, so you get screwed there, right? But if you like a team, I think instead of baseball being so random sometimes at the end of games and relief pitchers coming in giving up so many runs, you kind of look at team totals with some of these. I kind of like it. I'm not saying every game, but I think you got to find spots where team totals you could take advantage of. But the Rays and White Sox, Rays walk it off. They stay undefeated at home. They win 4-3. Steps says, let's see. Steps is popping off over there. I have a play today that doesn't make sense, similar to the Nats winning 2 games in a row. He likes Colorado money line. Okay, we're going to have to look at that. He says Rays set a record for at least 1 home run in each game this year. Wow, that's great. Patriots 4165 is maybe better off betting attendance for Rays home games. Dude, that's crazy that they're having such a good season, but ballpark's dog shit. Pirates. So Step says he likes Colorado money line. We will get to that next. Pirates, Reds. Pirates win 2-1. Orioles defeat the Tigers 5-1. A's. I remember there was some sharp money on the A's. I said the same thing. God bless the A's winning 2 days in a row. Nope. And this is where Patriot 4165 is talking about Garcia. The Rangers 18 runs, 18-3. Talk about a no sweat bet. Rangers get it done at home, 18-3 over the A's. Brewers defeat the Red Sox 5-4. I know a lot of people were on the Red Sox. I almost jumped on that. Glad I didn't. This game was frustrating. Sorry, Steps. We have to talk about it. Astros defeat the Braves. Heavy Steps Braves 6-3. Are the Braves going to get swept at home? I don't know who's pitching, but I feel like taking the Braves. And I don't know if they play today. They have to play today. I think about take the Braves, right? Braves? Come on, they're not getting swept at home. Astros get it done 6-3, but Heavy Steps doesn't matter that his Braves lost. He cashed his 40-1 parlay, so good for him. Padres defeat the Diamondbacks 5-3. There was a lot of money coming out of the Diamondbacks too to get it done, but the Padres say no. Marlins defeat the Guardians 3-2. Royals, wow, the Royals got a win. Royals defeat the Angels 11-8, and And the Mariners get it done again. Back-to-back wins over the Cardinals, 5-4. Look at that. Let's take a look at today's games in the MLB. Now, Heavy Steps was saying that he does like, let's see, he says he likes, where are they at? Let's make sure. I hate this thing doesn't automatically put. Ooh, this thing kicks off in a couple hours. Is the game you talk about? Rockies, Phillies, Rockies money line. We got sharp money coming in. The Rockies money line plus 268. We're going to take the Rockies over the Phillies. I do kind of like that because the Rockies bats can get going, and the Phillies bats, honestly, they're either popping or they're dead. So I think if you're going to take a dog, especially at 268, we might have to lock that in. 39% of the bets, 92% of the money is on the Rockies at plus 268. Do we take a dog? How nice would that be to start the day off with a plus 268 winner? I kind of like it. Ooh, Max Fried pitching. I don't know. How do you feel about that today? Steps, how do you feel about the Braves game? I want to get your opinion on it. All right. Just non-fan, just kind of a matchup basis and the spot that the Braves are in. The Braves just going to roll over. They're going to really try to get a win today because they need one. You can't get swept by the Astros, dude. No one wants to get swept by the Astros at home. At home, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. That's embarrassing. Goddamn embarrassing, right? That Rockies line should be closer to 200. So we are getting extra 68 cents in value is what Steps is telling us there. All right. Oh, speaking of it, Astros Braves coming up. Sharp money coming in on the Braves, minus 130 favorite. I think that's the spot. I honestly do. We might have to. I'm probably going to be back in that as well. I'm going to be back in Austin Riley to hit a home run. Still hasn't hit a home run at home. It's coming, guys. It's coming. I can feel it. Yankees, Blue Jays. This is the one where Step says he likes the under in this game, but the Yankees are an underdog. Wow, that's a shocker. Plus 124 underdog to the Blue Jays. Sharp money on the Yankees. Big money on the Blue Jays. 76% of the bets. 90% of the money on the Blue Jays this morning. All right. Tigers, Orioles. Orioles minus 168 favorite over the Tigers. Sharp money and big money coming in on the Orioles. 50% of the bet. 63% of the money on the Orioles. Minus 165 to beat the Tigers. I don't know why. Tigers might shock some people today. Kind of looking at that Tigers line there. It's always dangerous to bet the Tigers on the road, but I don't know. I've got a weird feeling. Reds, Pirates, kind of a coin flip game here, but we got some big money on the Reds. 53% of the bets, 91% of the money on the Reds to defeat the Pirates today. The red hot Tampa Bay Rays. Do we go back to the well? Do we go team total over it? Yeah, I'm probably going to do it. I've only lost like 2 of those all season on the Rays. Rays are a minus 155 favorite against the White Sox. Sharp money on the Rays. And about 64% of the bets. Excuse me. 64% of the bets, 65% of the money on the Rays at home. Wow. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to probably, let's see what the team, do they have team totals up yet? Let's look. Let's see, the Rays game. It's kind of a low total in Tampa, so they must have some good pitching. Oh, here we go. You ready, Steps? Giolito and Eflin. It's pitching. No idea who those are. No idea. Let's see. They don't have the first 5 up, but the Tampa Bay Rays team points. Holy cow. How's the total? See, this is one where I would stay away. How's the total 7.5? Juice to the over, though. I will grant that. Juice to the over. Over 7.5 minus 122. But then they're going to set the Tampa Bay Rays like 4.5 and Chicago White Sox 3.5 for the game. Seems off. Now, granted, Tampa Bay Rays over 4.5 is plus 110, but I don't like that line. Don't like it. Now I say that and watch. They're going to get their like 5 runs within the first 3 innings, and I'm gonna be like, well, I should have just bet the over 4.5 there. I don't know. Right now, not really loving it. So we'll wait and see on that one. Step says, no. Patriots 4165 says Rangers a good bet. A's bullpen exhausted. It doesn't even matter if they weren't exhausted. The Rangers are still a good bet. We will get to that. We will bet that. UB Legends in the house. He says, game on. What's up? What up, buddy? How you doing on this beautiful Sunday morning? Glad to have you in. We're just going over some baseball bets, seeing what we like today in today's action. Piter BO4. Welcome to the chat. I think first time I've seen you here. I think Piter BO4. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Once again, terrible at pronouncing names. A's pitchers have an average ERA of like 8.4. Yeah, I think I read something that they have like 3 pitchers that are over like a 10 ERA. Embarrassing. I'm an A's fan, and watching them recently has been so depressing. I mean, recently watching them last decade, man. I feel for you. I'm sorry, man. Sorry about your A's, but hey, they did get a win the other day, so you got to get excited when they eke one out, right? But thank you for hopping in the chat and participating. Glad you're here. Once again, shout out to Rumble. We love Rumble. Rumble's been great, and they've got us up on the top spot live on the sports section. That's pretty cool. Shout out to Rumble. So let's see. We go Guardians, Marlins, kind of a coin flip here, kind of even. Sharp money, big money coming in on the Guardians. 57% of the bets, and 79% of the money on the Guardians there. Wow. Red Sox, Brewers. Everyone was in love with the Red Sox yesterday, but the Brewers upset that and won that one. Red Sox are a plus 152 underdog today, but everyone's going back to the well with the Sox, and we got some big money on the Red Sox. 31% of the bet, 68% of the money on the Sox there, and an Action Network expert taking the Red Sox. Let's see. Well, no, in 2019 they were in the playoffs. Okay, well, you know what I mean. You know, they were in the play. I do remember that season. It was pretty. That was a good year, but still. Patriots 4165, not a great start for them. For sure. Owner is trash and sold off everyone, and he's trying to make Vegas pay like $500 million for a new stadium. And the sad thing is, Vegas is going to do it. So we'll see. Yeah, no, I mean, and honestly, the A's, the ownership is just taking in money left and right. What their payroll? It's not like what bankroll is, or the payroll's like, let's just say, I think somewhere like 25 million or something like that. But they get like 53 million from just TV revenue alone. So just to start the year, ownership is already in the green, right? They're just rolling in dough, and they don't even care that their team's bad at all. So maybe that'll change, though. The one good thing about them going to Vegas, it sucks that they're leaving Oakland, right? But the one thing about them going to Vegas is they're not going to go to Vegas and like suck. You can't do that. You can't go there. You can't get that new stadium. You can't do. No, you've got to actually start spending some money, and you've got to actually try to win and bring some people in. So that's at least kind of hopeful for them. But I don't think that actually is going to start up until 2027. So we got a few years. Let's see. Patriots 4165 says my Rangers have been pitiful the last few seasons, so nice to see them bouncing back. Yeah, they've had a good stretch so far. A's were the 5th most profitable franchise in the league. It's insane. Well, yeah, when you don't spend any money and you just bring in money. Pretty. Oh, whoops. It's a way to do it, I guess. All right, where were we at? Nats Twins. No one's back in the Nationals today after they getting back-to-back wins. It looks like everyone's sharp money on the Twinkies. Oh yeah, because who's pitching today for them? Who's pitching? What's that guy's name? Steps. Where are you at with this stuff, huh? Corbin. It's Corbin Day. Okay, so that makes sense. UB Legend says, I'm doing great. Hey, glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. I try to jump into your streams when I can. Usually I'm at work, and so I'll throw it on, though, and give you a like at least, and get in there for as long as I can when I see you live. I like your stuff, man. You're doing great work. Keep it up. And glad you're having a good day. I'm having a pretty awesome day, even though got up super early this morning to do the show, because guess what? There's no days off. We're live 5:30 a.m. every day. There's other sports shows out there. They go Monday through Friday. All right. But we all know the good stuff happens on the weekend, especially on Saturday. We had a jam-packed day yesterday. You can't take days off. All right. We just can't. And we're going to be live tonight doing NFL draft mock draft, getting our draft lined up and ready for what we think is going to happen on draft day Thursday, which we are going to have the biggest sports show here on Rumble. I'm trying to work to see if Rumble will feature us at the top spot, because we are going to be live covering the draft. It's going to be insane. Huge panel of people. It's going to be a fun time. Heavy Step says, all right, here's my long shot. Riley home run, Grissom RBI plus 1900. I don't think I can even bet those RBIs here on Bet Online. Maybe I'll have to find like an over on total bases or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be backing you with Riley. Riley home run. Absolutely. He's due. He is due. Dude, the thing about Riley, dude's got to be like one of the greatest hitters in baseball because he's always making contact. Like I don't think from just what I see, because I always bet him to hit a home run, so I'm always checking in to see what he's done. He's always either getting base hits or he lines out to someone, meaning he's making contact. He's not striking out much, or he's hitting home runs. It's crazy. Guy's insane. I need to get a jersey. Might go to the mall today, see if they have one. I doubt they have one here, but or I just hit my uncle works for Nike. I need to see if he can send me one. That'd be great. Let's see. Royals, Angels. I think that no, I almost went over the Rangers. So Rangers, Patriots 4165 says take the Rangers today. It's going to be kind of tough to take the Rangers. Maybe we'll look at the team total because the Rangers are minus 340 favorite. That's a lot of juice. That's a lot of juice. That means for every $34 you lay, you're winning $10 back. I mean, it's probably a guarantee, but you never know. And I always get nervous betting on teams after they put up double-digit runs the day before because they seem to come out kind of flat. But like you said, it's also the A's bullpen. But this is one, once again, where if you don't want to lay the juice with the Rangers, but you also think the Athletics suck and their bullpen sucks, which the minus 340 kind of tells you that that's the place, you can do this. Look, you can go over here and just bet their team total over, and you only got to lay minus 120 on that one and over 4.5. So you're rooting for them to get 5 runs. Should be able to do that today, right? Right. That's how I'm going to probably play that one. So that way we kind of avoid the juice. A little bit more riskier because, yeah, they got to get some runs, but we saw yesterday they can get some runs. Royals, Angels. Sharp money on the Angels, minus 205 favorites at home. Big money on the Royals, plus 196. 7% of the bets, 42% of the money on the Royals at plus 196 to get back-to-back wins. God bless you on that one. I'm not going to be backing that. Padres, Diamondbacks. Padres minus 141 favorite over the Diamondbacks. Sharp money and big money on the Padres. 68% of the bet, 79% of the money. Backing the Padres today against the Diamondbacks to get back-to-back wins. Oh, look, Heavy Steps just locked in that parlay. He ain't messing around. He just locked it in. Cardinals, Mariners. Mariners going for the sweep over the Cardinals at home. And it's a coin flip game here. Basically pick them, laying a little juice on both sides. Sharp money coming on the Mariners to get the sweep tonight. That's all right. Best of luck. Well, I guess I don't know if they play 4 games. I'm assuming this is the last game in the series. I could be wrong, though. Giants, Mets. Giants plus 105. Underdog. Sharp money coming in on the Mets. And 86% of the bet, 81% of the money on the Mets, minus 108. So those are the games today. Got to figure out what I'm going to be playing. You want to know what I'm going to be on, though, for sure? Go over to gameon.locals.com. That's gameon.locals.com. Free to join. Check it out. We have a live chat up right now, and that's where I'll be dropping all my basketball and MLB plays today. Do we got anything else that we're betting on? Hockey. We got some hockey. Let's go just quickly check the hockey odds. What happened in the NHL yesterday? So yesterday we had the Golden Knights defeat the Jets in a shootout, 5-4. Maple Leafs defeat the Lightning. Wow. That's kind of shocking to me. Maple Leafs defeat the Lightning 4-3. The Devils come back. Rangers were up 2-0 in the series. Now not so much. Devils win this one in overtime 2-1. And that, oh God, I feel bad. My buddy, dude, this was I got a quick story to tell you. So one of my coworkers went to the Kraken game yesterday, right? And the Avalanche defeat the Kraken 6-4. So one of my coworkers went to the Kraken game last night. And then I have a group chat that like a bunch of buddies, we all lived on the same dorm floor, and then we all got a house in undergrad together, and we all lived together. And since we left college, we've been in a group chat together, and we talk in that thing every single day. So one of my buddies in that, I was like, hey, Steve, you going to the Kraken game tonight? If so, make sure you send us videos and shit, because that place is going to be popping. And he said, yeah, I'm going. And I jokingly come in and I say, hey, my coworker, who Steve has no idea who my coworker is, never met him. I go, my coworker's going to be there. Maybe you'll run into him. Just being a smart ass, right? And he just comes in over the top and says, yeah, I'll look for the guy drinking Bud Light. Just roasted him. Doesn't even know the guy. It was hilarious. Love it. Leafs win. Let's see. Leafs win had controversy. Did it? Well, let's hear. Let me look it up. Maple Leafs In controversy. Let's see if anything pops up. Huge controversy erupts. Let's see. Well, let's see. I don't know if this is credible or not, but we got the Maple Leafs are currently facing one of the toughest opponents in the first round. In addition to the pressure they have got through the first, let's see. Weird. I don't know. What was the controversy? I don't know. Piter B04. What was the controversy? Let me know what that was. I can't find it right here. There's none of these. You'll have to let me know what happened at the end of the game. I haven't really been following it, but let's see what the pro report today is on it real quick. And then we'll get into some other articles over there. Let's see. Something about a dead puck. I didn't see much, but the Tampa coach was saying there should have been a whistle right before the Leafs scored. Oh, okay. So that kind of sucks. Especially if that was in overtime. That kind of sucks. Like catching someone off guard. What was that like? Was that in the NBA or March Madness? I think it was in March Madness. I think it was in a Gonzaga game actually. Like someone inbounded it, and they like the other team was on the like Gonzaga was on the other side of the floor. They didn't realize the play was going on. It was like a free basket, something like that. You hate that. Like let everyone set up, get in the position they need to get in, and let's play. So today we got I hate that they don't put this in order, man. There we go. Today we start off with the Hurricanes and the Islanders. Islanders minus 119 favorite. Bruins, Panthers. Bruins on the Bruins are just too damn good. Minus 148 favorite over the Panthers. Sharp money, big money on the Bruins. I'm gonna probably be on the Bruins, to be honest. Stars and the Wild. Wild minus 109 favorite. Big money on the Wild, but sharp money on the Stars at plus 103. Oilers, Kings. Oilers minus 154 favorite. Sharp money, big money on the Oilers, and an Action Network expert taking the Oilers tonight over the Kings. That is interesting. 68% of the bet, 98% of the money on the Oilers. Okay. And that's our hockey talk for the day. Let's see. What else? Did you guys, let's hop over before we hop into, I have that there. This article, today's MLB betting article over on the Action Network. Let's check some NFL rumors. We got to get some NFL talk in. We have to because we got the draft. It's draft week. Welcome to draft. Why is this thing zoomed in so far? Jesus. Hold on. Okay, so NFL rumors. What do we got going? So Zeke Elliott told reporters he's doing fine, but declined to discuss the Dallas Cowboys cutting him or where he'll play in 2023. He has not visited any team, but could after the draft. Yeah, I mean we know he's going to play. He's going to go on to some team and just kind of be just a role position for them. Deion Sanders' son had himself a day in their spring game. He had a 98-yard touchdown. It looks like. It's gonna be fun to watch Colorado football. Never thought I'd say that in my life. See, this is the thing. So you got all these draft experts, right, that come out here and tell you all these things, and Mel Kiper, Todd McShay, and whatnot, and they only get they don't even get a quarter of their picks right. All right. But they're the expert. They get paid millions of dollars. They get all the fancy shows. You know what? We're going to prove them wrong. We're going to have a better draft percentage than them with our mock draft tonight for the draft this Thursday. All right. And here's a prime example. Look, it was 16 years ago today. Mel Kiper said that Las Vegas Raiders Jamarcus Russell could certainly be a top 5 quarterback in 3 years. This was in the 2007 draft. Kiper also said that Russell's ability were John Elway like, and we all know how that worked out for him. Patriots 4165 says I ignore them. Good call. Atlanta Falcons have released veteran Casey Hayward. Former Bills quarterback. I forgot that Cardell Jones was on the Bills. Stands up for Ohio State's CJ Stroud. He says his thoughts on where he should be drafted. He's top 2 and he ain't 2. Yeah, I think we've gone over why CJ Stroud is falling. I don't get it, but I do think someone's going to trade up, and I think he's going to go 3. which isn't really falling, but a lot of draft projections have them down like 5, 6, 7. But I think Vegas is going to trade up at 3, especially if this happens, which is insane. I don't know who's going to do it. Maybe it's the Colts. I don't know. But Will Levis is now the betting favorite at 2 to go number 2 overall. People are. I think I saw something yesterday. He was on one knee and throwing them from like 50 yards away and hitting the crossbar. It's like, come on. Speaking of that, Jamarcus Russell could do that. And look how it turned out. But people are hyping themselves up into Will Levis. I don't get it. And Houston currently has the 2nd overall pick, but Houston is not going to take him. Houston's going to go defense if they keep the number 2 pick. But I think someone's trading up into 2. I know the Colts really like Levis, but I don't know if Texans would trade with the Colts in division like that. But maybe they would. And speaking of Deion, there's Deion. Look at him. Former Dallas Cowboy star Deion Sanders has the Colorado fan base excited. They went from a small crowd of spring games to the packed house this year. Hell yeah. I mean, I don't have high expectations for them, but it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be fun. It's going to take them a little bit to get going. Let's see. What else do we got? We got 11 people watching over on Rumble. Welcome in. Hey, by the way, thank you. We have 11 people and 8 likes. That's a good ratio. That is a very good ratio. Y'all are amazing. If you haven't already, hit that like button. But I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And I think that's it for what was updated. Let's see. Arizona Cardinals reportedly want a 2nd-round pick for DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins says he's willing to work with the team around the terms of his contract. Okay. I know Hopkins wants to play for the Chiefs, but I want to win the lottery today. But we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Like, of course, you want to go play for the Chiefs. Who doesn't? There was this out there yesterday. There's no legs to it. It seems to be fake. But breaking news: the Tennessee Titans running back Derrick Henry is heading to Philadelphia. That would be insane. The rumor behind it is a former player who had the same agent as AJ Brown and Derrick Henry says that the deal is going to get done. So we'll see if it actually happens. But I think that's caught us up on our NFL rumors, unless something breaks today. I'll check on a couple of things here in a second. But up next, we're going to get into this article. I'm kind of going a little bit longer than normal because everyone's still sleeping in my house, it seems like, and I'm just going to roll with it. Because why not? And I'm having a fun time hanging out with you guys, hanging out with chat, hanging out with Rumble. Rumble. Okay. So this is over on the Action Network. Go over to actionnetwork.com. They have these great articles up. Great if you're a sports fan, especially if you're betting on sports. Great resource to have over there. As you guys can see, I use it every day. So let's see. They've got some picks for us today. He says, my goal for opening pitch is to highlight my top daily projection edges in MLB, money lines and totals. So he's trying to highlight what he thinks gives you the best percentage, which is most likely to win. Let's see. Shares favorite bets and provide some betting notes. Okay. I will be looking to release a new version of opening pitch daily between midnight and 3 a.m. Eastern. Damn. Okay. After I enter my overnight bets in the Action Network app, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, let's see what he does. So his picks for Sunday, April 23rd, Colorado Rockies and the Philadelphia Phillies. This is one where Step says he likes the Rockies on the money line. Maybe this is what we're going to get here. And this is why Steps is on it. I don't know. Let's find out. The last thing I want to do after a bad day of betting is back one of my favorite pitchers to fade, Urena, who was posted a 9.82 ERA. That does not give me any confidence to bet that either. Conversely, Zach Wheeler has carried an ERA closer to 3 since the start of the 2021 season, making him 2 total runs better than Urena in the terms of a full season ERA. Philadelphia bullpen is roughly run better than Colorado's. Okay. That said, while I project site value on the Phillies money line, the first 5 innings, I see more actionable edge on Colorado over the full game. Projected plus 218 versus plus 255. You can bet the Rockies down to 240 at 2% edge compared to the projection. If Colorado can keep things tight until the starting pitchers, they should have a shot to steal the game. So that's one way to tackle it. Now let's do what I like to do. And so, I mean, we could bet the Rockies on the money line, but once again, why are we trying to get too cute here? You know what I mean? Let's not get too cute. We can get the Rockies Because if the Rockies going to win, they're going to have to score some runs, right? You can get Rockies over for team total over 3.5 at plus money, plus 120. I like that. I kind of like that one better. Rockies team total. So we don't even have to worry about them winning. We just need them get some runs. And yeah, I like that. 3.5. So we need them to get 4 runs, and we get plus 120 on that one. I like it. Let's see. Maybe here soon we'll get a first 5 total too on that. Run total, because if we can get first 5 over 1.5, hammer that. I don't even care the juice on that. Hammer that. That would be the best way, in my opinion, to tackle it. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so that's what he likes for that one. If you can get the Rockies plus 240 or better, what are they currently at? They're plus 253 over on Bet Online. So could look at that. I don't know. Let's see. So next up, he's got the Jays and the Yankees. In his brief major league career, Schmidt. So what do we got? Who's Schmidt? Schmidt's pitching for the Yankees. Has shown a drastic righty-lefty split, permitting a .277 OBA against righties and 409 against lefties. And while the Blue Jays have a potent lineup, none of their lefties aside from Varsho are a terrifying threat. Let's see. Gassam has been one of baseball's most reliable starters in the past few seasons after taking 7 seasons to achieve peak form. Offensively, the Yankees project better against lefties than righties. Although weather, temperatures to be 60s with 9-mile-an-hour winds blowing out, might indicate that I would back the over or at least pass on the total. I project the number at 8.14 and would bet under 8.5 to minus 105. So let's see. That's what Steps said too. See, Steps. This might be Steps writing these articles, because he was on the under in that one, in this game. It might be Steps. So he said he would take under 8.5 to minus 105. It is under 8.5 minus 103 on Bet Online. No, wait, that's the wrong one. That is not the Yankee game. It is under 8.5 at plus 105. Wow. So, maybe we take a look at that one. Maybe we do. Maybe we go under in that one because we're getting plus 105. He said he would play it all the way down to minus 105. We're getting 10 cents extra value there, and he likes it up to that. Maybe we'll look at that one. I don't know. Marlins, Guardians. Marlins play a doubleheader on Saturday. Still, neither both. Dude, what was it? Scott on air over the guys over at pregame.com, straight out of Vegas in the morning, their show. He's been tweeting out about, let me pull up his Twitter. Actually, let's just do this. Let's pull up his Twitter. Something about there's a very profitable edge here with betting unders after a doubleheader. Here we go. So let me share it with y'all. So he says doubleheader games, doubleheader game 2 unders now 3-0 this season. Important note: day games the next day are 2-0 to the under. Is this a day game? It's count as a day game. What time is the game at? Yeah, it's 1:40 Eastern time. I believe that's a day game. So we would need to look towards the under, is what he's saying here. Okay. Go follow Scott on air, people. Scott on air. Great stuff. And also their show, Straight Out of Vegas. It's great. I listen to it every morning. Doubleheader game 2 unders are now 3-0. Day games after a doubleheader are 2-0 to the under. 2-0 to the under. So maybe we got to give that a look. Let's see what the total is on that one. What game is this? Marlins Guardians. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Over under 7.5, juice to the under of minus 125. Maybe the market's starting to catch up on this one, which means this is what we do. We either pass on it or we think the market's kind of overreacting a little bit and we bet the over. I might be contrarian here and go against the system. So remember, we don't just blindly bet the system. We use the system in sports betting. You use systems to kind of give you a gauge. All right. We don't just blindly follow the system. It helps us make decisions. It helps us to decide whether we're going to be on a bet or off a bet or go in a different direction. Let's see. Says he likes it under in the game. Pair of southpaw starters. While the Guardians have improved against lefties compared to last season, righties remain their superior split. Similarly, the Marlins were historically bad against lefties in 2022. Sure, we and do better against righties. Cool temperatures, 45 degrees at first pitch. Ooh, 10-mile-an-hour winds should also aid pitching on both sides. And I would bet an under 7.5 to -120. Which it's -125 right now. So that would be not a bet he would recommend then. All right. We got the Red Sox and the Brewers. Since his dominant Cy Young campaign where he posted a 2.0 ERA, Burns has definitely dropped a level. Okay. That's for the Brewers. We need Chris over from Patriot Sports Radio on. Tell us about the Brewers. He'll tell you to bet against him. He has struggled to get strikeouts or whiffs this year. Burns is getting called strikes 18.1% more than ever before, but his whiff rate is down 5%. Okay. Strikeout rates tend to stabilize more quickly than other statistics, and it's not as though Burns has faced murderer's row of offense. His walk rate at 7.7 is also trending in the wrong direction, so there are some red flags. Patriot 4165 says stay away. Stay away from what, the Brewers Red Sox game? I probably should. You're right. I'm also generally higher on being okay. So what's the bet? Let's see. I see value here on both Boston and the under, knowing full well that Bayo could implode both bets early. I project Boston around +145. You can bet their money line down to +160. I set the total at 7, so he would bet under 8.5 at -112. Stay away from CL. What am I? Oh, Cleveland. Stay away from Cleveland. I probably should. I'll probably just stay away from that one too. I'm gonna bet it though because I'm degenerate and I love it and love going. So let's see. He's got this one. He said he would bet the under 8.5. Well, now it's 8 at -113, so that's gone. And he said he would bet the Sox. I know everyone's going to be on the Sox too. I don't know. We will see. We will see what happens. From Cleveland. Okay, Patriots 4165. Stay away from Cleveland. Well, what was I talking about in Cleveland? I was talking about. Oh, I was looking at the over in that game because everyone's hammering the under and it's juiced. So I was thinking maybe we get value on the over. I don't know. Or maybe we just we'll listen to Patriots 4165 and stay away. Maybe that's what we'll do. I don't know. But he's over in the Rumble chat. Shout out to Rumble 7 people watching and Rumble still. Man, you guys are amazing. I love you guys. You guys make the stream fun. Let's see. Where are we at? So he's got a couple more for us here. Let's see. Mets, Giants. Both Sunday night starters have struck. Is this the Sunday night game? Because we have a system here to fade tomorrow. Fade the Sunday night game. That is the Sunday night game. Ooh, I can't wait. I hope they play tomorrow so we can fade one of these teams because it's a pretty good system so far. Let's see. Both Sunday night starters have struggled this season. Okay. So they're struggling. Bad ERAs there. Here's a nice little chart, and his velocity has gone down a lot. Okay. Let's see. While I view both pitchers as far superior arms to their results so far this season, I am probably lower on both of them relative to the betting market. Oracle Park should see some nice hitting weather, 63 degrees at first pitch, 13-mile-an-hour winds out to center field. We have bet the over in all 3 games of the series, and we'll try to hit our third in 4 days. I project the total for Sunday Night Baseball. What? Oh, that's for the first 5 in the game. Okay. You can bet first 5 over 5 up to -120, and the full game over 9.5 at even money. Okay. Additional bet notifications, follow him on Action. So you can go follow this guy over on Action. He's got Boston, Rockies, Guardians, Marlins under. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how he does. It's a nice little article by, I guess I should shout him out. Sean Zerillo, if that's how you say it. Once again, I suck at pronouncing names. I just do. All right. And I admit it. I admit it. Let's see. All right, people. That's what we got for today's show. A little bit longer than normal, but I enjoyed it. I had fun hanging out with you guys. Go over to gameon.locals.com if you want to get my picks and everything over there. Gonna have a stream tonight. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do the mock draft tonight. I know steps should be free because the Braves aren't playing Sunday Night Baseball, and Big Mike will be free. We're gonna put together that mock draft. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I don't know exactly what time we're gonna go live yet. Probably 8:30 as the usual Pacific Standard Time. Maybe earlier if I can pull it off. Maybe we can do a little day stream. See if I can pull that off with the misses, but no promises. Anyways. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already over on Rumble, give me a like. If you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Twitch, or you're watching on Twitter, thank you. Give me a like there, but also go over to Rumble and join me on Rumble because Rumble is the future. We love Rumble. Anyways, y'all have a beautiful Sunday. Okay. Have an awesome day. Go kick ass. Don't let life get you down. All right. Positive mental attitudes out there, people. Put good juju out there. Listen, life comes at you. Life wants to kick you in the balls. All right. Life will kick you in the balls. I guarantee you that. And it will do it more than once. You just got to get back up. You got to kick life in the balls back. All right. That's how you have to tackle it. So if you're feeling a little down, cheer up, go kick life in the balls and have a kick-ass day today. All right. And I'll see you guys later sometime today, which I will announce over on Locals. So that's why you need to be on the Locals page. I'll announce later today when the hell we're going to do our mock draft thing. But anyways, see you guys then. Peace.